Hello everyone and welcome to Plot Twists. So today I'm going to be doing a book haul. For my birthday, I got a whole slew of books here. I think I have 22 to talk about, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I have somewhat of an order as to how I want to talk about these. We're going to start with my Book of the Month books. Then I'm going to go into books that were gifted to me, either by family members or other booktubers, and then books that I bought myself with various gift cards. So first up, my Book of the Month books. The first two books I have to talk about came in my March box. The first of those is Daisy Jones and the Six, by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo earlier this year and adored it. So when I saw that this was an option for a Book of the Month add-on, which are $10, you can't beat that for a hardcover book. I went ahead and added it, and I can't wait to get to this hopefully soon. The next book I picked up is The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. I don't know a whole lot about this book, I don't know a whole lot about this book other than it was the fantasy pick for March, and can't go wrong with a fantasy pick, so that's what I picked up. The next book that I have to talk about is Arsenic and Adobo by Mia P. Manansala, I think. I don't know a whole lot about this book either, but it is a mystery book, which sounded pretty interesting, and has to do with food. Can't go wrong with that, right? I don't know. I'm just overall excited to pick this one up. And the last book I picked up as one of my Book of the Month add-ons was The Space Between Worlds by Micaiah Johnson. This is a sci-fi book that I don't know a whole lot about, but this was recommended to me by Chandra from Chandra Leigh Reads, which I will link down below. And it sounded fabulous, so looking forward to picking this up. The next book that I want to talk about is Library of the Unwritten by A.J. Hackwith. This was a birthday gift from Chandra Leigh Reads, which I'm really excited about. This book centers in the Library of Unfinished Stories, which is a particular space in hell. Everything about that sounds incredible, and I cannot wait to get to this. I heard nothing but good things. The next book that I got for my birthday is Caliban's War by James S.A. Corey. This is the second book. I'm not sure what the book series is called, but it's the book series that's based on the Amazon Prime original, The Expanse. And this was gifted to me by Bree from Books by Death, which I will also link down below, and I was so excited to receive this. On that same note, also got Leviathan Wakes, the first book in this series, for my birthday from my significant other. So hopefully I'll be getting to these two books soon, because I'm looking forward to watching the show and reading it. I love sci-fi. I'm ready to read more good sci-fi, and I've heard nothing but great things about this. So hoping to get to this soon. The next set of books that I have to talk about, I bought at Barnes & Noble with gift cards from various people in my life. So all of these next set are gifts, but they are gifts that I picked out. The first of those is Graceling by Kristin Cashore. This book is a YA fantasy novel that centers around Gracelings, which all I know about them is they're some sort of character with some rare skill. It's really not explained well, and I've been told it's a spoiler to know what it means, so I wouldn't want to spoil that for any of you either. But the main character in this story is the niece of a king, which should be an interesting perspective, and I don't know. I liked the cover. I've heard good things about it, and I'm looking forward to picking it up. The next book that I picked up is Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. I have been meaning to pick this book up for forever. And I finally had a gift card on my birthday, sitting there figuring out what to pick out, and I was like, I have to pick this up. So I believe this is a YA fantasy novel as well that has a POC main character. And I've been looking forward to reading more books that have diverse characters. So when I heard nothing but great things about this, it definitely went on my list, and I definitely plan to pick it up. So hopefully I will make it to this soon. Either way, I'm excited to read it. The next book that I couldn't wait to pick up is Game Changer by Neal Shusterman. I don't know if I've ranted about this enough, but Neal Shusterman is one of my favorite authors, and I am slowly working my way through his library. This is his newest book, and it centers around a main character who is a football player who one day takes a particularly hard tackle, and it now seems like he can jump dimensions. No idea. Sounds incredible, like most of the rest of his books are, so I'm looking forward to getting to this one. Also, I will soon probably be doing a Neal Shusterman tier ranker video, so look forward to that as well. Along those same lines, I also picked up the Skinjacker paperback trilogy by Neal Shusterman. I honestly don't know anything at all about these books, but they redesigned the covers, and I love them. This is such a good use of color and contrast, and I don't know, they just look great. And this is the last of his books, I believe, that I haven't picked up except for the last book in the Unwind quadrilogy, which I will be picking up shortly. So yeah, looking forward to making it to this one. If you know anything about this, feel free to leave me a comment down below and let me know what I'm in for. The next book that I picked up is Ember Queen by Sebastian. This is the last book in the Ash Princess trilogy, which I've been really enjoying working my way through. I don't know, just looking forward to finishing out this trilogy, hoping to read this soon. The next book that I picked up is Meddling Kids by Edgar Cantero. This book, to my understanding, is a YA / adult, maybe, story that centers around a group of kids similar to the Scooby Gang. I don't know a whole lot more than that. It was recommended to me by one of my friends, and I don't know, it just sounds great. I love Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo retellings sound incredible, so looking forward to making it to this. The next book that I picked up is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. Leigh Bardugo is also one of my favorite authors. I have really been enjoying all of her Christian-verse books. And I've heard kind of mixed feelings about this book, but I think because I enjoy Leigh Bardugo as an author, I'll probably enjoy this book as well. So, hoping to make it to this soon. The next book that I picked up was Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron. To be perfectly honest, I couldn't figure out what it was about this book standing in the store that made me really intrigued, but I think the cover reminds me of like Three Dark Crowns with the font and the background color. But this story centers around a young teenage girl who is in a line of powerful witch doctors. That sounds incredible. I don't know much more than that, but I'm excited to make it to it. The next book that I picked up is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. This book centers around the concept of renegades, who are humans with like superhuman abilities. The main character in this story, as far as I know, is really resentful of the renegades for one reason or another and is out to get her vengeance. So, I don't know. Sounds exciting. I like Marissa Meyer as an author as well, so I have high hopes for this. I know that there haven't been the best reviews, which is why I've waited so long to pick it up, but better late than never, right? I don't know. Looking forward to this one. The next book that I picked up I'm extremely excited about. Go the Distance by Jen Calonita. This is the next Twisted Tale book, and the concept is, what if Meg had to become a Greek god? I'm a huge Disney fan of all varieties. It's one of my favorite things. We had a Disney-themed wedding. I am above and beyond one of those people. of the Disney movies that exist, Hercules is definitely in my top 5, and seeing that they were going to make a Twisted Tales book that centers around Meg, who is easily my favorite Disney character ever, is so incredibly exciting. I have no words. I just can't wait to read this. I have such high hopes. I think it's going to be really spectacular. Probably will be reading this next month. Okay, that's all of the books that I got for my birthday. I have 3 more books to go over, 2 of which I'm going to do next. We're just random perusing through a bookstore type pickups. The first one is You by Carolyn King, based on Carolyn Keynes, based on the Amazon. The next one that I picked up is You by Carolyn Keynes. This is based on the Netflix show, which if you haven't seen, I cannot recommend enough. I loved it. So as a result, I've picked up the book and I cannot wait to read this. The last book that I have to talk about today is a Fairy Loot exclusive, and it's the copy of How the King of Elfame Learned to Hate Stories by Holly Black. This is part of the Cruel Prince series, and this book is so beautiful I had to pick it up. I know my camera kind of makes it look blue, but this is 100% purple. You can see the reflective gold on the cover and the reflective silver. The back with the words is equally as beautiful. And then it also has the gold trimmed pages, as well as the gold inside cover. I don't know. This copy is just beautiful. I know that this is written kind of like a storybook, so it shouldn't take me too long to get through. But I'm excited that it's going to give some past and backstory on Carden. So looking forward to getting to this soon as well. Okay, so editing Jessie here. Since I filmed this so long ago, there are a couple books that I've added to my collection since then, and I just wanted to add these in here. The first 4 that I'm going to talk about came from one of my local bookstores. The first thing that I picked up is Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I have heard nothing but incredible things about this book. Don't know a whole lot about it, but I'm looking forward to getting to this. The next 2 books I've been meaning to pick up for a long time, and seeing them used, I literally could not resist. And that is Red Rising and Golden Sun by Pierce Brown. From my understanding, these are adult fantasy novels, dystopian fantasy novels, that center around some kind of contest. I know that they've been compared to the Hunger Games. I feel like everybody that has read these has said good things about them, and I can't wait to pick it up. The next thing that I picked up is a hardcover copy of Illuminae by Amy Kaufman. I read this book at I think about a year ago now, and I loved it. This book is told through multiple different kinds of media, and I love books that do that. I mean, you can just see as an example, in terms of story, this is a sci-fi novel that is set on a spaceship, and I don't want to tell you too much. In general, I really enjoyed this book. If you guys have not read Illuminae, I highly recommend it. The next 4 that I have actually came from a coworker of mine who came across some of my videos and shared some books with me, and I am super thankful for that. So the first book that she shared with me is Girl Interrupted by Susanna Kaysen. I don't know a whole lot about this, but I believe it has some mental health representation in it, and it's not too long, so hopefully I will make it to this soon. The last 3 are some hardcover Nicholas Sparks books, which I will be adding to my collection. The Best of Me, which is one of my favorites of his novels for sure. The Wedding, and his nonfiction memoir book, 3 Weeks with My Brother, which I actually have never read. So hopefully I'll actually make it to this soon, and I am so excited to be adding these to my collection. This one in particular was pretty exciting because it's a signed copy, and I thought that was awesome. I don't have any other signed books of his, and considering that I own almost all of them, this is an awesome addition, and I'm so thankful for this. And with that, that's all 22 books that I have to talk about today. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any book recommendations for me, please leave them down below. I'm always looking for more things to read. I will be back soon with some new exciting things. If you liked this, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and help support, and I will see you guys again soon. Bye!